the NBA here on 2K Sports. It's Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Semifinal Series. It'll be the Toronto Raptors facing off against the Cleveland Cavaliers. NBA action.
We make it cool to be thug. We make it cool to be thug. We make it cool to be thug.
Just a minute or two here for the players to get warmed up before the start of the game. You can taste the excitement here in the Quicken Loans Arena. The Eastern Conference semifinals continue here on 2K Sports. Game 2. This is Kevin Hart. I'm joined by Steve Kerr and Clark Keller. Great to have you with us. Now a chance to check out tonight's starting lineups. And the guys checking out DeMar DeRozan here. What can we expect?
Well, he's one of the most explosive finishers in the game. The guy's 6'7", great leaping ability, and can really run the wing in transition.
Yeah, and a strong frame too, Steve. He can throw it down with the best of them. You look at the Cavaliers. A successful outing in Game 1 has them right where they want to be with a chance here, guys, to take Game 2 on their home court.
And anytime you can go up 2-0 in a series, it's not a guarantee, but history tells us that you almost always win. So, huge game here tonight.
Well, I'll take it a step further and say whichever team wins this game will go on to win the series, Steve. It's a bold statement to make, but I'm not afraid of bold statements. I do believe that.
Now, here is Irving. Back to Love. From outside, off the mark.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
And it's wide right. It's off the rim. And so it's Cleveland with it. They won in their last outing, Saturday's game.
Yeah, that was a strange game. Very shaky defensive performance by their opponent, but hey, they took advantage of it.
Yeah, I'd go along with that. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard as they should have.
LeBron with the bucket.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Free throw, no good for LeBron. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. I spoke with the Cavaliers head coach for just a bit. Coach didn't mince words for his team, telling them that even though they took Game 1, they'll need to come out and play the same way to keep home court advantage. He said, so far, we've just held serve, and it's only going to get tougher from here on out.
Thank you, Doris. Here's LeBron, following the score by DeMar DeRozan. Shot clock at 5. Irving kicks to Smith. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Smith's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And finished off by DeRozan.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And that's the play we're going to remember when this game is all said and done.
Now, here is Smith. And here's Love with 3. Another 3 for Cleveland.
Great opportunity right there. He's got such tremendous length. He can just rise up and get separation for the 3.
Lowry gets to DeRozan. Back to Lowry. Now the pass to DeRozan. Rolls up on the elbow. Rebound by Smith.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Irving can't hit.
And the defense got away with a major lapse there.
For Toronto, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Smith against DeRozan. Lowry. And the Raptors miss again. The Cavaliers leading by 4. Love with the screen for LeBron. Here's Irving. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. And while we have a chance, let's now take a look at the NBA's season assist leaders. Kyrie Irving third.
Well, it's great to see guys step up to the added pressure of the postseason and deliver big numbers. Not only for him, but his teammates. Anybody that distributes the ball the way he does helps his team and himself.
Really good offensive execution. Nice pick, just couldn't get the shot to go.
Boy, you love to see that as a basketball purist. Guy setting a good screen and then getting the shot opportunity. He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
Raptors trail by 6. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kevin. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time.
Well, they've settled into their offense very quickly here today.
Yeah, they're zoned in, making the most out of their possessions here.
Outside Lowry. He feeds it to DeRozan. Shot to stop the run. The shot no good.
You see the defenders get out of his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the bucket, but not that time.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And it's Lowry penetrating. Passes it to DeRozan. Offensive rebound. Goes up again. And it's Ibaka getting it to go. Ibaka's got his first bucket in this one.
Perseverance paying off on the offensive boards, guys.
LeBron passes to Smith. Love with the screen on DeRozan. Smith dishes to Love. With the lead pass. And Tristan Thompson on the bucket with the assist by Love.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Boy, the ball movement's been fantastic here the last few possessions.
Lowry against Irving. Lowry kicks to Carroll. Back to Lowry. A three-pointer is right on target. Lowry's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Lowry against Irving. Smith kicks to LeBron. Back to Smith. Cleveland moving it around. LeBron, no luck. Raptors trail by 5. DeRozan with it. Guarded now by Irving.
Well, you allow them to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, I think you got to foul them, and free throws are better than a layup.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Cavaliers.
And they're doing a fantastic job of finding the open man and getting easy looks.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
The drive by LeBron. From 11 feet away, the dive for the ball. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession. And Toronto making a change here. Tucker's checked in. Irving kicks to Smith. Pass to LeBron. No one near him. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got his third assist on the night. DeRozan gets a screen from Valanciunas. He kicks it to Lowry. There's the pick. And again, no good by Toronto.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the board.
Yeah, and even though it's early, I mean, that's a great sign for them for the rest of the game.
Up top, DeRozan. Wide open. Green for 2 points. DeRozan's got 6. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. Cleveland leading by 6. Irving passes to Smith. The kick out to Irving. Knocks down the 3-ball. Irving's got his second basket.
Kevin, you look at how they've built this lead, and one reason is their outstanding shooting from beyond the arc. That's always a weapon.
Lowry with the ball. Guarded now by Irving. 6 to shoot. And DeRozan, here we go. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Heard the whistle and still kept his focus, able to knock that down.
And that is not easy, Steve. I mean, to take the bump, to maintain control of your body, and put it in the hole, tremendous play.
Clark, as you say, they're really lighting it up from outside.
On fire, as you would say. You can tell they're feeling it. They're in a nice flow. They're doing a good job of shooting in rhythm, stepping into those shots. They're getting good shots and good rotation of the ball, and then they're knocking down their shots.
Now here's LeBron. He's got 6. Korver, no luck. The dish to DeRozan. Rejected by Korver. And here's the fast break. LeBron leading the way.
Well, it's an almost impossible task guarding him. He's so strong and quick. LeBron is like a locomotive bearing down. You see why teams have to give hard fouls to stop him, because a little bit of contact just is not going to be enough to stop him.
Hey, Steve, a lot of contact isn't enough to stop the freight train LeBron James. I mean, he draws so much attention defensively, but what makes him special is how he can punish a defense for overcommitting, because I think his greatest attribute amongst all of his great attributes is his passing ability.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Powell's checked in, and Corey Joseph subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Now here's Joseph. He's covered by Irving. The feed to Powell. Lets it go, and blocked. Tries to keep it alive. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Williams is checked in. Clock is at 3. Pulls it up. And again, Toronto no up.
Great defense there. You really have to challenge him at that range.
Kicks it to Korver. Dishes it to LeBron. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. LeBron gets the screen from Fry. Another shot. LeBron with it. Guarded now by Patrick Patterson. And yes, sir, that one drops. Fry's got his first basket of the night.
Well, they've yet to string many stops together.
Just seems like they've been a step slow here.
Joseph dishes to Patterson. Here's Tucker. The Cavaliers pull it in.
I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
And Shumpert kicks to LeBron. LeBron with another miss.
In terms of rebounding, it's been a sensational opening quarter.
I like sensational. That's a good word for it.
On the wing, Shumpert. Off target with his 3. Raptors trail by 10. Powell, the pass to Joseph. Nice shot from the wing. And here is LeBron. He's got 8. Outside Shumpert. He passes it to Fry. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Korver, no luck. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And Joseph kicks to Powell. He dishes it to Joseph. Feeds it to Powell. Pass to Tucker. Patterson a screen on LeBron. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession. Here are the NBA's top scorers during this postseason as shown on the 2K leaderboard. And you look at DeRozan, second in the league, having an excellent season. And, of course, LeBron James.
I'll tell you what, whether it's been attacking off the dribble or pulling up, both of these guys have really been lighting it up in the playoffs.
Richard Jefferson, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Now here's Williams. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
I think it's time to make some adjustments defensively, Clark. I mean, what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
Well, he may just be trying to get a break in the action to clear their heads. A lot of their shots are winning out. You wonder if their confidence isn't suffering at this point.
I think that's a good time to call a timeout. If a team has a few fall the wrong way for them, just burn a timeout and let them forget about it. Regroup, talk about it, and refocus.
Now here's Patterson. And Joseph kicks the foul. The pass to Joseph. Patterson. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
You know what, guys? He can really light it up from the perimeter at times.
Jefferson setting the pick for Williams. Williams gets a screen from front. Here's Korver. Good, great play by Williams to set it up. And the Cavaliers lead by 9.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a nice look.
Poor job by the defender to not fight over or around that screen.
Now here is Ibaka. Defense right on him. Here's Patterson. Just 5 on the clock. Off target from three-point range. Jefferson setting the pick for Williams. He feeds it to front. Passes it to Korver. Beyond the arc. Serge Ibaka with the rebound. Ibaka's got 5 rebounds tonight.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Now here is Ibaka. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Here is Korver, defended by Joseph. Jefferson's shot is off. Raptors trail by 9. We've got 28 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And Patterson kicks to Powell. Back to Patterson. There's the dish to Tucker. And again, Toronto no up.
That's a tough one there because he's wide open. That's a shot he expects to make.
He kicks to Korver. There's the feed to Fry. Williams for 3. Gets the bucket. Williams has got 5 more. And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Cavaliers ahead. They lead by 12. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena.
Game 3, Eastern Conference semifinals. The Boston Celtics take on John Wall and the Washington Wizards. More NBA this Thursday night.
And thanks for joining us once more as we get set to continue our coverage of the Eastern Conference semis. And for the Cavaliers, this has been the game they wanted to have.
And the defense has been key in building this lead. They've really clamped down hard.
They've done a nice job, Steve. I think challenging every shot, a hand up on every shot.
Kevin Love out there with Channing Frye. Then there's Darren Williams. Then it's Jefferson, and it's Shumpert in at the shooting guard position. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers.
Ran his man straight into that screen to open the lane up for the hoop.
Now here's Williams. On the wing, Shumpert. Back to Williams. Williams gets a screen from front. Right side, Williams. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Williams has got 7. And Joseph kicks to Carroll. Ibaka guarded by Fry. Pass to Joseph. Dishes it to Carroll. The Raptors need to get a shot up. Pulls up. The shot by Powell, no good.
It's been a great day for them on the boards, Clark. That's definitely been a major factor in building this big lead.
And, you know, from a number standpoint, the advantage might not be that large, but they have been manhandling them inside.
Williams kicks to Jefferson. Williams. Back to Jefferson. Stripped it away. And here's the fast break. Carroll leading the way. Ibaka
Well, at least the defender got his money's worth on that one.
Yep, that was an easy whistle for the official.
Raptors have shot 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight. The Raptors making a switch here. Cleveland leading by 10. Smith with it. He's got 5. Outside Williams. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Smith's got assist number 5 here tonight. Lowry kicks to Carroll. Feeds it to DeRozan. Pass to Carroll. 3-pointer. That's good. Carroll's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
Jefferson dishes to Smith. Outside Williams. Back to Smith. And again, it's Cleveland.
He'll go through lulls offensively, but then all of a sudden, there's that moment where the switch goes on and he becomes the guy who can take over a game.
Steve, it happens in a nanosecond. I mean, just when you think he's not going to have an impact on the game, he'll explode.
And the Raptors call time here. And as with any timeout at this point of the game, important to go over the strategies that are working and those that are needed in terms of adjustments. And, of course, the opportunity, guys, to get hydrated with Gatorade for coming back onto the floor. We've seen some good action so far, and there's more of it to come.
Yeah, this game has been physical, it's been fast, it's been high-paced. So anytime you're in a situation like this where it's really a hard-fought game, critical to keep yourself hydrated throughout.
Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession. Here's Irving. He has 5. Left side, Love. Back to Irving. Lowry with the block. Here's Carroll. DeRozan on the wing. Outside Lowry. And Thompson sends it back. Kicks it to Jefferson. He passes to Love. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Lowry passes to Carroll. Back to Lowry. That's Lowry again missing.
Ouch. Another miss to add to what's been a miserable game for him from the field.
Irving drives in. The teardrop falls in. Irving's got 7 points.
And you got to have perfect timing to knock down that teardrop.
Lowry kicks to Carroll. He dishes it to Ibaka. And there's the pass to DeRozan.
Yeah, he got waxed. Shouldn't be much debate on that one.
Yeah, that was as straightforward as it gets, guys.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
It's a good job from the foul line here. They'll need to continue to convert their chances in order to get back in it. Here in the second quarter, they've made all of their shots from the foul line. And that's a must-do when you're down.
And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. Terrible turnover.
Raptors trail by 11. Now Lowry. Back to Ibaka. He feeds it to DeRozan. Outside Lowry. Shot clock at 6. Some solid defense there from Irving.
And in the paint, they have really shown some strength. Their work on the boards has been phenomenal.
Yeah, I'd certainly call it a mismatch, Steve, at least for today.
Jefferson kicks to Love. Offline with his 3.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, a little frustrated now, shaking his head after that miss. Boy, great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, it sure was. He made a beeline for the bucket as soon as they got the ball. Right away, straight to the rim.
Smith for 3. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 3 assists in the game. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. DeRozan's shot is good. The Cavaliers leading by 10. And the Cavaliers call time here. And now let's give you a look at the players who have stood out at taking high percentage shots in the playoffs. Third is Darren Williams. And, of course, Serge Ibaka.
Well, these two guys are consistent producers. I mean, they've had excellent playoff runs so far. The crowds get louder, and on every shot, it's got to be hard to maintain your concentration, but these guys find a way to do it.
Jefferson kicks to Love. Cleveland moving it around. Smith for three. Shot is no good. And Toronto will come the other way. Lowry gets a screen from Carroll. Lowry dishes to Valanciunas. Passes to DeRozan. Outside Lowry. Fires for three. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Irving's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. I mean, they're really pushing them around physically at this point.
Here's Carroll. There's the dish to DeRozan. Jefferson with the double team. Three-pointer, Lowry. The rebound by Kevin Love. Love's got his 4th rebound in this one.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Irving against Lowry. Thompson passes to Irving. Outside for Jefferson. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 4 assists in the game.
Well, you can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
Toronto calls timeout.
Yeah, he has to be frustrated by how his offense is flowing. I can't blame him. You know, they're getting good looks out there, but the shots just aren't falling.
And that can get into a team's head if it goes unchecked, continuing to miss good shots. So this timeout might be a way to combat that.
LeBron, he's checked in for Richard Jefferson. And here's Valanciunas. And DeRozan kicks to Ibaka. Drills it from outside. Ibaka's got 7 points.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass it.
LeBron outside. And there's the feed to Love. The kick out to LeBron. He lobs it up. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. Some changes for Toronto. Patterson comes in for Serge Ibaka. And it's P.J. Tucker in for DeMarre Carroll. Raptors trail by 12. Lowry with the ball. Guarded now by Irving. Here's DeRozan. And again, it's Toronto converting.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Love right side. That's good. Love's got his second basket of the night. Toronto's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. He kicks it to DeRozan. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. The Cavaliers leading by 12. Love outside. From the arc. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. 8 points for Kevin Love.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
Lowry gets a screen from Valanciunas. Lowry with the ball. Guarded now by Irving. Cleveland's gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. And Thompson kicks to Irving. Cleveland the rebound. Gets it to go. 14 points for J.R. Smith.
They have got to put a body on him, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive line.
Lowry kicks to DeRozan. Looking to end the run. And he connects with the jumper. DeRozan's got 17.
You know, he's putting on an outstanding offensive display, and he may just be getting warmed up here.
Irving kicks to LeBron. Back to Irving from outside the arc. Can't get it to go.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys. But as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Cleveland leading by 15. J.R. Smith on the wing. Connects from three-point range. Smith's got 12 now in this quarter.
His shooting's been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons his team is up in this game.
And Tucker kicks to DeRozan. Dishes to Patterson. Lowry. Back to Patterson. Jacks up a three. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got his 7th assist here tonight. Irving kicks to Lowry. Pass to Thompson. Valanciunas is there. Shoots from the post. Cleveland shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. He misses the free throw. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Cleveland. He hits the second from the line. 1:33 left to play here in the half. Now here is Lowry. Feeds to DeRozan. Back to Lowry. Toronto working the ball around now. Patterson, that's good. And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. Pass to Korver. Fires the three. That one goes. Count. Korver's got 5 minutes.
Well, Kyle Korver is going to do one thing better than just about anybody in the league, and that's shoot the three-point ball. And he's got unlimited range, beautiful stroke, and you have to respect his range as a defense.
He just makes it look so easy, too, when he shoots. He'll be almost statuesque, but each and every time he fires from deep, he hits it. The Raptors have shot 6 of 7 at the line. Channing Frye's checked in for Cleveland. Mon Shumpert has come in for J.R. Smith.
That's a familiar sight. He hardly ever wastes his chances at the line. Cashes in regularly.
On the wing, Irving. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. And that's 10 points for Kyrie Irving.
Tell you what, until this defense gets out and defends the three-point line, it's going to be a parade.
Yeah, we've already seen 3 in a row from out there.
Lowry drives in. Shoots from the block. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Lowry's got 7 points in the game. The Cavaliers leading by 15. Irving gets a screen from Frye. Korver dishes to Shumpert. But he gets it back. Kicks it to Korver. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession.
Boy, they couldn't hook up there on what's really a pretty basic pass.
Here's Tucker. There's the pass to Valanciunas. 1 second left. And the first half is now in the books. Cavaliers lead by 15. And we'll be back right after this.
Now, presented by Sprint. Round 2 of the NBA playoffs is in full swing. This is 2K Sports. The Cleveland Cavaliers ahead against Toronto. They're looking for their second win in as many games in this series. J.R. Smith scoring with ease against Toronto. His shooting percentage off the charts right now. He's got the magic touch from the field, no question about it. For the Raptors, they haven't been as good early on. They've given up a ton of offensive rebounds, just not putting forth enough effort to clean the glass. A slow go so far from Kyle Lowry. Everything's been rimming out for him. He's got to be frustrated. And that's all we have for you here in the studio. Now let's send it on back to Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke for the second half of play.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
It's the NBA playoffs. Thanks for joining us as we get back to the action here in this Game 2.
Just absolute domination in this one for Smith. He has 17 points, and from downtown, he's buried 3 3-pointers.
Yeah, when he's been able to get squared up and get a good look at the basket, it seems like everything's been going in.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So for Toronto right now, Lowry and DeRozan, they're the backcourt. Jamari Carroll is out there with Ibaka. And it's Valanciunas in at the 5 spot.
You know, something we're seeing less and less of these days, that little finger roll.
Ibaka, the pass to Carroll. He dishes it to Lowry. He feeds it to DeRozan. 6 on the shot clock. Outside for Lowry. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
Well, you don't see him miss that shot very often. When he's open like that, it's usually lights out.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Good on the short little jump shot. Lowry's got 9. The Cavaliers leading by 17. Back to Love. He passes to LeBron. The dish to Irving. The high post shot. And the shot is long. Raptors trail by 17. Passes it to Lowry. The feed now to Carroll. No luck. Excellent D from Thompson.
It has not been an ideal start to the second half.
Oh, how about that, basketball fan? Beautiful. Wow. Now, that was just ridiculous.
Absolutely filthy. I don't
Come
remember
on.
ever seeing a dunk like that in a game. I certainly can't remember the last time I saw it.
Oh, man, that was just amazing. They're struggling here. They're just 1 of 5 to start this third quarter. They've got to loosen up here.
Love outside. He kicks to LeBron. Back to Love. Dishes it to LeBron. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Raptors trail by 19. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Off target with the free throw line, Jay. Cavaliers have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. Smith. The Cavaliers shoot their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
At the line for 2.
And he makes the first. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. Raptors trail by 20. Feeds to Carroll. All alone. Good as the jump shot falls. Carroll's got 5 points so far. Timeout called Cleveland.
Looks like he saw some things out there that needed adjusting and wants to talk it over a little bit with his club.
I don't think you can ever go wrong burning the timeout if you see something you don't like and you need to talk about it.
Let's take a look at the players who have pulled down the most rebounds during this postseason. Take a look at Thompson. No doubt one of the most efficient rebounders in the game.
Tell you what, he's dialed up his rebounding here in the playoffs, and the big games seem to bring the best out of him.
Smith kicks to LeBron. Back to Smith. Pass to LeBron. Cleveland moving it around. For 3, Love. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. And that's 11 points for Kevin Love. Toronto calls timeout.
Yeah, he's seen enough of this interior scoring that his defense is giving up. So the message during this timeout is to lock things up inside.
You know, sometimes a group can just get spaced out on defense. They're not connected, and playing 5 as 1. And usually a timeout can help you refocus and recalibrate that defense.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Pass to Carroll. Kicks to Ibaka. And the pass to DeRozan.
Some good numbers here for DeRozan. He has 17 points, and he's also been picking up some nice assists here and there, too.
Well, he's going to have to continue to play this way, Clark, because this offense thrives on his passing ability, and they've got it going right now.
That's good from DeRozan.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
Both free throws good from DeRozan.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
Here's Irving. He's got 12. He dishes it to LeBron. They swipe it. And oh, here we go. Lowry's got the fast break chance. Rejected by LeBron. And it's blocked by DeRozan. Raptors trail by 19. Outside Lowry. DeRozan back to Lowry. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Lowry's got 4 points in the quarter.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
Smith dishes to LeBron. Thompson left side. Off his foot. And it's being called a kickball. And the Raptors with some changes. Powell's checked in. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Smith outside. He feeds it to Love. He passes to LeBron. 5 to shoot. Smith. Back to LeBron. That one wide left. Joseph with the ball. Ibaka outside. Takes the three. And that one's good. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back.
That bounce pass got him the ball in rhythm. Nice play.
LeBron kicks to Smith. Thompson. Back to Smith. Now the dish to LeBron. Pass to Smith. Now the feed to LeBron. Outside Irving. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. And that's 15 points for Kyrie Irving.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
I thought it might be a little imprudent to try to get those points right back, but it worked.
And Joseph kicks to Carroll. Dishes to Powell. Misses off the right iron. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. And it's his first foul of the game. Patrick Patterson. He's checked in for Toronto. Cleveland leading by 17. Outside Irving. And Williams, here we go. From deep LeBron. Second chance shot. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Cleveland.
So far, they've turned in a fantastic performance from the three-point line. It's been a weapon all game.
Well, their passing also continues to be outstanding, Clark. In the second half, we're really seeing a good, efficient offense as a result of that ball movement.
And the first one drops. Smith hits them both. Raptors trail by 19. Joseph, the pass to Pau. He kicks it to DeRozan. Ibaka drains it from 17 feet out. Ibaka's got 12 points in the game.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
Irving dishes to Thompson. Working on Ibaka. Second shot opportunity. He lays it in. He has 5. Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Powell, covered by Irving. Powell kicks to Patterson. Feeds it to DeRozan. Lock at 6. Shot is off. Smith with some nice D. Cleveland leading by 19. He shoots again.
Obvious foul.
Yeah, he took a hit right there and earned those free throws.
The Cavaliers have gone 6 of 9 at the line.
At the line for 2.
That free throw missing. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Serge Ibaka. And the second free throw, good. Raptors trail by 20. Here's Powell. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Pass to DeRozan. He's made all 5 of his attempts at the line so far. The first one falls. Cavaliers making a switch here. Fry's checked in. Both free throws good from DeRozan.
Boy, perfect half at the free throw line for him. That'll help their comeback effort for real.
Yeah, that's keeping them close. It's going to take a full effort here in the second half, but they've got to continue to knock down these free throws.
Raptors trail by 20. Now Joseph lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Joseph's got 6 points.
The D was all over him. They just couldn't react in time to stop that quick reverse.
Irving kicks to Williams. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Fast break Toronto. Here's Powell. The rim is shaken. This is nasty. Absolutely filthy.
And the building is stunned, partner. He dug deep into his bag of tricks there.
I hope he keeps that one handy. I want to see that again.
Love kicks to Williams. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Back to Love. Pass to Fry. Valanciunas is there. Fades away. Takes a big height bounce and goes in. Fry's got his second bucket tonight. Raptors trail by 18. Kicks to Joseph. The pass to Patterson. He dishes it to Joseph. Shot clock at 6. Powell kicks to Joseph. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That'll be his second foul of the game.
They tried to step in and cut him off, but just not quick enough.
And we have the benefit of replay, but I think they got that one right, which is the case most times, even though fans don't think so.
And Cleveland making a change here. Jefferson's checked in. He feeds it to Joseph. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Joseph's got 8 points.
So far, going for more of an inside game here in this second half, and I like that. A little smash mouth basketball, taking it inside.
Irving kicks to Jefferson. Back to Irving. 6 to shoot. Right through the D for the win. He's got 17.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
And Joseph kicks to Powell. DeRozan on the wing. A three-pointer off the mark. The Cavaliers leading by 18. It's Jefferson with the drive. Back to Irving. Love. A three-pointer, no good. Powell kicks to Valanciunas. The dish to DeRozan. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Jefferson with it. Picked up by Joseph. Irving passes to Fry. It's good. Fry's got 4 points this quarter. Raptors trail by 20. Here's Powell. Passes it to DeRozan. On the wing. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Fry's got 6 rebounds now in the game. On the wing, Williams. Defended by Joseph. Outside Irving. They get it back. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Love outside. Cleveland moving the ball around. Here's Fry. Hits the jumper. Fry's got 8 points.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
The defense has to make an adjustment. They've got to string together some stops, or at the very least, try to force this team into some bad shots.
With 1 on the clock, offline. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Cavaliers ahead, delivering the blowout. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the 4th quarter. Next.
Game 4 of the Western Conference semifinals. Kawhi Leonard and the San Antonio Spurs take on James Harden and the Houston Rockets. Friday night, NBA Hoops. Be there.
And we welcome you back here to the broadcast of the Eastern Conference semifinals. Cleveland leading by 22. They've got Kyrie Irving. LeBron James is out there with Tristan Thompson. Then there's Kyle Quirk. And it's Smith in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Back to Irving. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Gets the bucket. Irving's got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for the Cavs. Now here's Joseph. He's covered by Irving. DeRozan dishes to Tucker. The feed to Joseph. Inside. Valanciunas. He kicks it to Joseph. Elbow shot. And the shot is good. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
Cleveland leading by 22. We played just over 1 minute here in the 4th quarter. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Come on, Shumpert's checked in for J.R. Smith. The Raptors shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. Joseph off a pick from Valanciunas. And Joseph kicks to Valanciunas. Tucker, the pass to Valanciunas. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Joseph. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
He is pouring it on in the second half, guys. I mean, a much better showing than he had before the break.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. LeBron kicks to Irving. Dishes to Thompson. Valanciunas is there.
Yeah, the defender draped all over him.
Pretty plain and simple. Got him good there.
And he can't get the first one. So he comes up empty, missing both. Raptors trail by 19. Joseph off a pick from Valanciunas. Tucker dishes to Joseph. Feeds to DeRozan. Pass to Joseph. 6 to shoot. He passes to Tucker for 3, and that is good.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
And here is Irving. Outside jumper. Thompson backing down. Out to Shumpert. Back to Thompson. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Difficult shot from mid-range, and the defense was all over him.
Boy, I like the close out there, Steve. Well done.
Now here's Joseph. Back to Ibaka. The fader. Gets it to go. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Irving passes to Porter. Kicks it to LeBron. Working on Ibaka. Trying to get back on track. And another miss by Cleveland. Raptors trail by 14. DeRozan with it. Here's Tucker. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
That's pretty much been the norm for them. Getting their points off assists and great ball movement.
Nice rhythm and flow for this team. Tremendous communication and alertness.
On the wing, Irving. Defended by Joseph. LeBron kicks to Shumpert. Back to LeBron. Run deep. Joseph with the rebound.
And I don't really like that shot. He can make it occasionally, but to me, that's too deep.
And that definitely wasn't one of them.
DeRozan. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. The Cavaliers leading by 11. LeBron kicks to Shumpert. Pass to Irving. From the high post. Can't get it to go. Nice D from Joseph. Raptors trail by 11. Here's Tucker. Offensive rebound. Ibaka. And the lead is down inside single digits. Ibaka's got 9 points here in the second half. Irving dishes to LeBron. And the Cavaliers call time here.
Well, I felt like his defense was letting him down out there, guys, so he wanted to get a timeout to talk it over and try to tighten things up here.
You know, a part of coaching, a lot of coaching actually is making sure that momentum never gets too far away from your team. That's a good timeout.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. I got a chance to hear what the Cavaliers head coach was saying to his team. It was clear what message he was trying to get across. He said, this lead isn't big enough that we're safe. Not by a long shot. I don't want us sitting back and milking the clock. Play to win. Show some aggression. Guys,
Korver passes to Thompson. LeBron outside. Tries to snap the cold streak. Here's Thompson. First free throw is good. That one misses. Raptors trail by 10. DeRozan with it. Now defended by Korver. Carroll kicks to Joseph. The pass to Valanciunas. He dishes it to Joseph. Takes a three. It's rebounded by Cleveland. LeBron outside. He feeds it to Love. The dish now to Thompson. Tries again, and he sinks the layup. Toronto's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Now Joseph Ibaka. He's guarded by Love. Raptors moving the ball around. And Joseph kicks to Carroll. Just 4 to shoot. Passes it to Joseph. From deep three-point range, LeBron grabs the miss. LeBron's got rebound number 8 now on the night. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. And Toronto making a change here. Lowry's checked in. Raptors trail by 12. The feed to Carroll. He kicks to DeRozan. Dishes it to Carroll. Pass to Lowry. Clock at 6. Shoots it up. The Cavaliers pull it in. Love's got his 8th rebound here tonight. The drive by LeBron. On the wing, Irving. Offensive rebound. Feeds to Korver. LeBron kicks to Irving. Back to LeBron. Defended by Carroll. Goes back up. LeBron, no good.
He has not shot the ball well here, and I think it's time for him to start looking for his teammates a little bit. All game long, guys, he's been getting it done. Really doing a nice job rebounding.
Yeah, I can agree with you more. I mean, they've had a major advantage on the glass, dominating that stack.
He's been the guy on the boards today, no question.
Steve, you're all over it. I mean, his numbers back it up. He's been working extremely hard out there.
Lowry kicks to DeRozan. Pass to Carroll. Shot to stop the drought. And that one's good. The Cavaliers leading by 11. LeBron dishes to Irving. Kicks it to Love. Thompson passes to Irving. Shot clock at 6. Left side, Irving. Good work defensively by Lowry.
Nothing's going his way since the horn. I mean, looks like he used up all his mates in the last quarter.
And he trims the lead to single digits.
In the second half, they made more of an effort to get it inside, and I like that. Be intentional. Be direct. Be aggressive. Force that ball in the paint.
J.R. Smith's checked in for Kyle Korver. LeBron left side. He passes to Love. Cans the shot from the wing. And the Cavaliers lead by 11. The Raptors have gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the fourth quarter. Lowry kicks to Carroll. The pass to DeRozan. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
That's his 4th foul. I'm sure he recognizes the situation because number 5 would put him in a rough, tough spot.
Toronto calls timeout. You have to like what we're seeing from J.R. Smith.
He's on fire. They needed to put their heads together to figure out how to get the ball out of his hand.
Here's DeRozan. He dishes it to Valanciunas. DeRozan, lock at 6. Outside Lowry. From past the arc. Gets it to go.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Well, that's 3 of the last 5 makes, having been behind the three-point line. So, got to make some adjustments defensively.
Here's LeBron. He feeds it to Smith. The dish to Thompson. Can't get it to go. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way.
Still a close game here, though. That's surprising considering they're rarely grabbing any rebound.
And DeRozan kicks to Carroll. Passes it to Lowry. And it's Kyrie Irving with the rebound. Irving's got 6 rebounds in the game.
This has not at all been the kind of performance they've needed out of him. You know, regardless of who starts the break, it seems like he's usually the one to finish it.
And that's because of how well he attacks the rim on the dead run.
Toronto calls timeout. They're losing by 10. 1:33 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Lowry. There's the feed to Kira. Back to Lowry. Raptors moving the ball around. DeRozan's shot is good. .122 left to play here in the fourth. The Cavaliers leading by 8. LeBron outside. Back to Irving. Nice D from Valanciunas.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Cleveland's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. LeBron with it. It's Ibaka picking him up. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Dishes it to LeBron. Back to Irving. 5 on the clock. The jump hook. Deflected by Valanciunas. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Toronto's gone 4-6 from beyond the arc in the fourth quarter so far. Lowry drives in. He kicks to Valanciunas. That ball's nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. And now we've got the intentional foul. Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. A new group in now for the Raptors. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's an 8-point game. Toronto calls timeout. They trail by 8. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth. Darren Williams checked in for Cleveland. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Powell. Oh, good on the triple. Now here's Williams. Feeds it to Korver. We see the Cavaliers get the win here. They came, they saw, they conquered.
Hey, Kevin, to me, any win is a good win.
That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, Doris Burke, Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in to the NBA Eastern Conference semifinals presented by 2K Sports. Now, Jordan presents the player of the game.